Yes, well, videos, we're back on the Costa Blanca, Torrevieja, early Monday morning. It's 10 o'clock and it's another scorcher. Yeah, weather alert this week. We're back up to 38 degrees and we've got this suspension of dust as well in here. So all the cars are looking a bit orange this morning. So apart from the weather alert, of course, we've got other news, and Sanchez's wife is in court, of course, for money corruption. And not only that, we've got a state agent stealing 120,000 euros from an elderly person. Also, we're going to let you know as well, if you've got animals here in Spain, what you're going to be expected to pay for the veterinary expenses here, or for your injections and all that kind of baloney. So yeah, we're going to let you know the veterinary charges here in Spain, and I know it's a lot cheaper than what it is in the UK. Another thing to mention as well, all the flights have gone rocket sky high, and I don't know if it's because of all the strikes with Ryanair and the delays and cancellations. People are opting to use other airlines and they've whooped the price up. We're going to start off with the news, the Sahara dust, of course. I mean, look at this car here, and this is what it does. Dust everywhere, literally suspension in the air. And yeah, we've got this for the next few days, and temperatures, as I mentioned, we're back up at 38 degrees by the end of the week. That is the weather alert. So it's all good on the weather front. So you've got nothing to worry about if you're coming to Spain. But I'll tell you what, we have got a story as well about the ambulance drivers here in Spain. And one of them's just been charged 100 euros for speeding while he was on an emergency. Look, bonkers, isn't it? Actually got a speeding fine for rushing out on an emergency with the blues and twos on, trying to save someone who's having a cardiac arrest. His vehicle was picked up on one of these cameras doing 88 kilometres per hour, and the speed limit is actually 70. And now he's getting a 100 euro fine. You can't believe it. He says he's gone fast, like they do, trying to save someone's life. And now he can't believe he's got this ticket, and he's got to go through all the aggro of trying to get this ticket squashed, because it turns out the ambulances are from a rental company as well. So the ticket was getting bounced left, right and centre, and then eventually find out who the driver is. And now he's got to try and get this 100 euro squashed because he ain't happy, doing his job, saving someone's life, and gets a ticket. He said he's so frustrated with the bureaucracy. Well, it's Spain, isn't it? You've got to put up with all this bureaucracy here. Do have some funny old rules. So eventually he got all these photos of his ambulance and yeah, all in his mailbox when it finally arrived to him. And now he's got to try and sort it all out, which is a lot of aggro. And there is laws and rules when you are driving ambulances here in Spain. But the crazy thing about all of it, according to the rules here in Spain, the traffic regulations, Article E7, if the emergency vehicles do have priority and they can exceed the speed limits when they're on duty, as long as they take extreme care and don't endanger other people. Saying despite the clear rules, this gentleman, Galoon, says the administration seems clueless, treating life-saving work like a traffic violation. Yes, a lot of red tape here in Spain. The man's doing his job, trying to save someone's life, and ends up getting a fine. Next story here in Spain is about estate agents robbing an old dear of 120,000 euros. And yeah, really well planned operation. A proper business. Estate agents, people you're supposed to be trusted, actually swapped 120,000 euros with this old lady and then used paper cutouts. It's like school kid tricks, isn't it, eh? But yeah, this is what they actually done, and arrested 3 people in the old sting, well planned as well. The victim really trusted the estate agent and, you know, felt really safe and let them operate everything. And they end up paying for this old lady to go on a nice little spa weekend. But it was all part of the plan, because while she was on the spa weekend, that was carrying out their execution. And that was when the plan kicked in action, and that's when they decided to rob the old dear. So yeah, the national police are really catching these people, and yeah, 120 grand. And they changed it up with these dodgy 200 euro notes. So this poor 85-year-old woman was not a clue what was actually going on. It's legitimate business, estate agents. I mean, there were, like I say, there were 3 of them that were arrested. It was 2 men and a woman between the ages of 28 and 57. And yeah, they end up doing this, taking a right old advantage of this poor lady. So they end up taking advantage of her, knowing that she never had any family, no one to turn to. So they put all their trust in them, basically. This money was actually meant to be a renovation job on a property. One of the workers, estate agents, that actually found out about the money in the house, and that was when they come up with the little plan here, getting copies of the keys, sending her away, and then swapping the money over with paper cutouts. There was one other person as well that was arrested as well, the one that actually drove her to the spa. But it was actually the old lady that actually noticed the crime herself. She looked in a case where her money was. That was when she come across all this paper cutout. They actually had a couple of offices as well. So they raided the 2 offices, raided the homes, and they, yeah, literally rounded them all up responsible. Hey, look who we met, my subscribers. Simon and Beth, you said your name was, weren't you? Yeah. 26 years.
26 years we had a place out here, yeah.
What was that, apartment, house?
Duplex.
Duplex. And you're from England, of course, so nobody accent.
From Surrey.
Surrey, the posh part of England. Yeah, that's where all the money is, isn't it? Eh? Down Surrey.
Not no more.
Yeah. So you're thinking of coming out here full time?
Never say never.
90
yeah.
days of doing this.
Yeah, 90 days.
We're happy with that at the moment.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Well, they all voted Brexit, didn't they, to stop them coming over, and now it's quadruple.
Most of the time.
Yeah, and everything's gone up.
I voted for come out of Brexit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's all on the immigration thing.
Yeah.
But now it's not me and
Be careful what you say.
kick me in the
Be careful what you say. Listen, everyone voted for immigration, and everyone thought it was going to be richer, and everyone was going to go back home, a bit like Spain. Everyone's moving everywhere. But now the boats are worse than ever because France are helping them get on the boats.
It's worse now, it's kicking off.
Well, I've just seen the hotels, the luxury hotels, 3 meals a day, buffet style. I've just seen it online. Yeah, all these top hotels, and these poor pensioners ain't got no food or nothing.
September the 13th, mate.
Yeah, what's happening there?
Massive march in London.
Massive march, there we go. Are you going to be there?
I'm here.
Oh,
I would have been if I wasn't.
Yeah, it's all kicking off everywhere. Anyway, Spain's the place to be, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nice meeting you. See you later. Bye. Take care. See you later. Hope that ambulance driver ain't speeding. Otherwise, he'll end up with a fine. But no, looks like someone's decided to park in the middle of the road. Yeah, crazy. There we go. This is what's happening in Spain. Letting the old deer out. There's no chance of that one speeding. What's happening here in Torrevieja, ain't people stopping in the middle of the road just to let people out. And the poor old blues and twos trying to get by. Meanwhile, the 4 in total are arrested. All their houses were raided. They're all in detention and, yeah, going down. That all happened in Alicante, of course. But we've got other news to crack on with and talk about corruption case as well. We've got this big one, haven't we? Sanchez's wife, still going on. And the Spanish judge here has formally summoned Begoña Gómez, the wife of Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez, to actually testify as a suspect in the embezzlement case of all the public's funds. The judge investigating the wife of the Prime Minister for possible offences decided to add on some more charges, and now they're investigating more of Begoña Gómez's activities. And this all come in an inquiry relates to 2018, while she was an advisor to one of the other workers, Cristina Alves, who also was employed as a public salary but is suspected of giving regular personal private support to Gómez. So the investigating judge, Juan Carlos, he now summoned Gómez to testify, and that is coming up actually on the 11th of September. This all goes back when this Cristina Alves were working in the government office back in 2018 while she was an advisor. So yeah, all kicking off here in Spain. More corruption cases. I tell you what, they need to build more prisons just for the government and all the councillors are inside. Yeah, she's basically going down for quite a lot of things, and she's got to try and defend herself. And alleged crimes, of course, including influence of peddling and business corruption, unauthorised use of a brand. And the new charge stems from a ruling by a Madrid court. So yeah, given that Gómez's leadership of a publicly funded academic chair of Madrid's top university, the judge also cited their prior friendship, suggesting that Alfred's appointment may have served Gómez as a private interest using public resources. What's old Pedro to say about it? Well, he's saying it's still a witch hunt against him. Remember last year I did report that he was going to resign, and also he come up with a load of crazy stories about 100% property tax, which was just to divert the story about his wife and the corruption cases. So yeah, the case goes on, and we'll hear more about it on the 11th of September when she's back in court. Police car's filthy as well, isn't it, eh? So yeah, a bit greyish, but as I said, it is that suspension of dust in the air, and it literally just settles everywhere. But the next little bit of news I'm going to give you, as you know, a lot of people come to Spain, bring their pets over, and not only that, they pick up rescue animals here as well. And there was a story about animals, of course, and it happens a lot. And people are so cruel. There was a litter dumped by the bins the other day in Spain. Literally 6 little puppies were just put by the bins. This is what they're like. People are just so cruel. Even my dog was a rescue dog, and it was the same. He was found in the bins. So yeah, people are so cruel and nasty. But in Spain, they do look after their animals, and they take it very serious as well. So if there is any animal cruelty, a bit like the person that threw his cat out the window, he actually was in Murcia and come down into Torrevieja and literally just threw the cat out the window and run it over. And yeah, there are cruel people about. But if you do have any problems with your animals in Spain, there are plenty of veterinary places around, and they're not stripers, they don't rip you off. And they just really want to make sure that you get your animal in good health. And I'll let you know as well what sort of things you can be paying out here in Spain. So veterinary costs in Spain in general, I'm going to run across the average price. Of course, some are a little bit cheaper than others. You know, there is a little bit of competition. But this is really the average price that you're going to expect to pay. And it ain't no way as expensive as it is back in the UK. If you are looking for just for a basic consultation, like an emergency, and you need to get to the vet because something's wrong, I mean, you're looking around about €30, 30 to 35 euros, just to have a quick check over. In general, really, they don't always charge for the consultation if they're having to do other things, you know, like an injection, or you have to go back for an appointment, or they've got to give the dog some kind of medicine. But so yeah, it could be 30 to 35. Depending, of course. Of course, if you're going on a red day, a bank holiday, then they're going to charge you a little bit extra, and some will charge you €60. We've actually got a vet hospital in Guadalajara that's 24 hours. But like I say, everywhere you go, you've got lots of vets dotted all over the place. So yeah, if you're looking for a price, an average price of, if you're going to a vet for an ultra scan, you know, little X-ray, you're looking around €56. About 40 quid, that's so cheap, isn't it? I know you could be paying well over 100 back in the UK or other places around the world. And it's the same really, if you've got to give the dog vaccine for rabies or anything like that, it's still around about the €50 mark. And yeah, they'll sort that out. Castration of dogs could be up to €150 in Spain. And of course, the older the dog is, the more chances of the dog having more things wrong, a bit like the humans, eh? So yeah, if you've not got no plans and you've got to go to the vet, you know, there's loads, you literally just go. And dogs here in Spain are all microchipped, and they even have a pet passport. So yeah, as soon as you go there, they go, what's the dog's name? You show them a pet passport, and they say you lose your dog, they'll just scan it, and it's microchipped. But the other charges you're expected to pay here in Spain as well, if you need to go to the vet. So if you're looking at like routine care and vaccinations, so if you're looking at routine care and vaccinations, yeah, it could be anything really, from €20 up to 100, depending on, of course, the factors and the age of the dog and what breed it is and the medical needs, so all things like that really. Don't get me wrong, if you do want pet insurance, you know, you just want a basic plan, you're looking just under €6 a month. Then if you're going into the top plans, of course, you know, you're up to €25 a month. But if you just want to go to a vet and you just want a basic check over, yeah, you're looking around €37. That's with your canine vaccine, which is, you know, done for your rabies. That's done annually. Yeah, annual vaccination for a feline vaccine, you're looking around €56 euros, and that's the TriCat vaccine. And then if you do need a microchip put in and the registration and all that, it's not a lot of money. You're only talking just around 50 euros to have your animal microchipped. Your normal blood test, just to do a check on everything, you know, blood count and all that, that's around about 55 euros. All pretty cheap. You're not going to be ripped off at the vets here. If you're going to the vet and you've got a young puppy and you need a vaccination, you're looking around 20 euros. And then you've got 25 for your rabies vaccination. And you've got vaccination for kennel cough vaccine, and that's 30 euros. So yeah, all round about just under 50 euros, just to keep your animal in good check. And if you're looking at diagnostic test, yeah, for a check on the old ticks here and the fever and that, you're looking around 25 euros. Or a porovirus, they're looking at 5 euros. Nothing, is it? So yeah, when it comes to going to the vet and you've got a problem, they've done a blood test, and maybe you might have a little lump on the dog, a bit like our dog, had a little lump. I don't know if it was a load of ticks that attacked it or whatever. So yeah, they've done the blood test and they give medication, and we end up going back and they actually cut out, done a bit of surgery. I think the whole lot cost less than 200 euros, and that was like 4 visits, and that was with medication and a dog collar to stop her attacking a wound. So yeah, that was checkups a lot, and with 200 euros, and that was for like a little surgical operation. So they're not expensive, and a lot of the prices do vary by the size of the dog and what kind of weight the dog is. So they will weigh the dog up and they will check. And if it's up to 10 kilograms, it will be 120. And if it's more than 10 kilograms and it's up to 25 and it's a bitch, yeah, bitch, eh? They're talking about 150 euros for a little surgery operation. 25 kilograms or more, you're looking at over 200 euros. And yeah, that's castration as well. So there are the prices you expect to pay. So then we've got the costs for cats, and of course we've got loads of cat lovers, and some people like loads of cats. But yeah, I'll go through the costs, what you're expected to pay if you've got a cat and you need to go to the vets. The same for your first trivalent consultation, you're looking at 18 euros. And then feline is 24 euros. Your rabies will be 25 euros. And your castration, your surgery is going to be 80 euros, or obviously if it's a big cat, and it could go up to 120 euros depending on what is involved. And if you do want a pet passport as well, it's 40 euros. So chips on a passport, literally just under 100 euros. So that is your veterinary charges here in Spain. Cheap as chips. I don't know if you've been to the vet here in Spain. Let us know what you're paying back home for your pet plan, or what you're paying to have operation or blood tests. Say it's cheap as chips here, isn't it? And yeah, and old Sanchez, up to no good again, him and his missus. Big trouble. I'll tell you what, he ain't going to be around long. And okay, the other news as well, what you think about the old ambulance driver is disgusting, isn't it? Getting fined 100 euros for doing his job. Not like the other one, stuck behind a plonker in the middle of the road and letting someone out. So yeah, there are today's latest news. And remember, if you're coming to Spain, be prepared for the orange dust in the air and get ready to wash your car every day, because it's going to be around for a while. 38 degrees, hasta luego. And if you haven't seen that video in Bigastro, check it out.